Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, and welcome to another edition of Henley Hornets softball on mybasin.com. Today, coming to you live from Henley High School as the Hornets get ready for another bit of non-conference action today against the North Valley Knights. Glad to be with you today. My name is Josh Eldridge. Beautiful blue skies around here in the Klamath Basin. It is warming up, about 68 degrees right now. We're going to be flirting with 80 later on in the day, but it is a wonderful Saturday afternoon for high school softball. The Hornets enter play today 9-10 overall on the season, and winners their last time out. In fact, a series sweep against Klamath Union and mix in a win against Eagle Point. The Hornets are winners of each of their last 4 ball games. Their last wins on Friday, 25-5 against Klamath Union and 23-2. North Valley winners of their last 4 games as well, though, starting with a split against Brookings Harbor, winning the back end of that 4-3. They also defeated Rogue River in 3 straight contests, 10-2, 16-0, and 15-5. The North Valley Knights, number 6 in the 3A classification, going up against the Hornets today, just a game under 500, but still ranked 10th in the 4A class. It's a clash of Southern Oregon Titans today, and we're glad to be along with you for this one. We're going to step aside for 2 minutes, and when we come back, we'll introduce you to the starting lineups presented by Gary Sheen and Country Financial. We'll also get ready for first pitch coming up next on mybasin.com.
What are the best words you can hear tonight?
Order ready for Susan?
And if you hear those words at Abby's, you know it's going to be a legendary meal. Your pizza is loaded with toppings to the edge, premium ingredients, and real cheese. Yeah, baby. Gather with friends, play some video games, and watch the big game on TV. That's made Abby's a legendary pizza tradition for generations. And when you're ready to hear those magic words,
Tom, your order's ready.
you know where to go. You're always welcome at Abby's.
There's something special about this place. It's more than the quiet mornings and the open skies. It's more than the scenery. It's the people. Around here, people still wave when you pass by. They check in when something's wrong. They show up when it matters. At Sage Credit Union, we're proud to live and work in a region that believes in each other. A place where neighbors lend a hand, small businesses thrive, and generosity runs deep. We believe that being part of a community means giving back to it, not just with dollars, but with time, effort, and heart. That's why our employees earn paid volunteer time. That's why you'll see us at food drives, fundraisers, and the local fair. We show up for our community. This isn't just where we work. This is where we live, where we give, and where we grow. Right here, in the coffee shop, at the fundraiser, and in our local branch. At Sage Credit Union, we've found our people. We'll see you around town.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
And we welcome you back to Henley High School. A wonderful day for high school softball in the Basin as we get ready for first pitch between the North Valley Knights and the Henley Hornets. In the circle today for Henley is Riley Hollingsworth. We'll take a look at the numbers on her in just a moment, but the starting lineup for North Valley goes like this. They're led off by their center fielder, Jordan Godfrey. She's followed by Marcella Violet, the third baseman. Ryan Edwards is at shortstop today. The pitcher, Abby Smithwick, bats cleanup. Aaliyah Peck is the first baseman. She bats fifth, followed by Marissa Dorman in right field, hitting sixth. Batting seventh is the catcher, Madison Sharpen, and Noelle Morgan is the second baseman, batting eighth. Izzy Johnson is in left field. She bats ninth for the North Valley Knights as we look to get underway just a bit ahead of schedule today. First pitch gets across upstairs, and we are off and running at 11:55 here in the Basin. 5 minutes ahead of schedule. No one's complaining about that, though. It is a wonderful day, 68 degrees at first pitch and warming up past 70 within the next couple of hours as Riley Hollingsworth gets set to deliver the 1-0 pitch. It is swung on and missed by Godfrey, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. For Hollingsworth this season, making her 6th start today. It's her 12th overall appearance of the season. She's got 35 and a third innings pitched, enters play today with a 3-3 record. The 1-1 pitch in is swung on and missed. It's now 1-2 to Jordan Godfrey. In 35 of the third innings pitched, Hollingsworth has allowed 51 hits, 43 runs, although only 28 of those runs have been earned. She's also struck out 36 batters, an ERA right around 5.5 entering play today as a pitch misses off the plate outside to the left-handed hitting Godfrey. The count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Birch, the catcher for Henley, will get you the rest of the diamond after this leadoff at-bat for Jordan Godfrey. It is swung on and missed. Hollingsworth gets a punch out to start this one. One away in the top of the first inning. Calzacorda at third, Birch at short, Vickery at second, and White at first. In the outfield for Henley, from left to right, Higgins, Grant, and Segura. Henley today wearing their white tops. Henley written across their chest in navy blue and yellow outline. They've got pinstripes on their white pants today. I'm always a big fan of the pinstripe look. The Knights also have got pinstripes today, red stripes on black jerseys. Knights written across their chest in yellow text as Hollingsworth misses outside with the first offering to Marcella Violet. Batting from the left side, the Knights deploy a number of left-handed bats and a team with a good mix of upperclassmen and sophomores in the mix there. Here's the 1-0 pitch home. That one misses upstairs, 2-0. Violet, a sophomore, getting the start today. All right, she settles in, ready for the 2-0 pitch. Dials up a heater for that one. The count is 2 balls and a strike now to Marcella Violet. Ryan Edwards waiting on deck for the Knights. A little bit of a preview of what's to come next season in the Skyline Conference today. We'll talk about that throughout the broadcast today too, but the Knights set to join the Skyline next year and move up from the 3A class to the 4A class as a 2-1 pitch catches the outside corner to Violet, and it's 2-2. One away, top of the first inning. Coach Scott White down the first base side, offering up the signal to his catcher, Belle Birch. She delivers to Hollingsworth, and Hollingsworth delivers home. That pitch fouled straight back, and the count remains 2-2. Settling back in now is Violet. She's put up a good fight in this at-bat. Got ahead 2-0. Hollingsworth is battled back to 2 strikes. Then a couple of foul balls leads to a ground ball on the left side, but it winds up foul. And the count stays 2 balls and 2 strikes. Our umpires today from the Klamath Falls Umpires Association. Behind the dish is Mike Garrard. Down the third base side is Tony Bush. And Tim Murphy down the right side. Still a 2-2 count at the plate to Marcella Violet. And the pitch is going to miss upstairs. The count is full to the third baseman for North Valley. Coming to us from Merlin, Oregon, just a couple of miles north of Grants Pass, Oregon. All right, the full count pitch in, a foul ball off the left side, and so we'll do it again in a full count. Marcella Violet battling here against Riley Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth, a sophomore this season, got the bulk of the pitching duty last year for Henley as well. And in her sophomore campaign, picking up right where she left off. The ERA has jumped up a little bit, but she is good at having a short memory and eating up innings. Here's a fly ball at a foul territory, left side. It winds up dropping foul. And so Violet sticks around to see yet another pitch. The count remains 3-2. Beneficial here for Ryan Edwards, too, in the on-deck circle to see a lot of pitches here out of the hand of Hollingsworth up close and personal in the on-deck spot. And, well, same for Violet. See a lot of Hollingsworth now. You can use that in a later at-bat and maybe capitalize. Here's the 3-2. Bouncer right back to the pitcher. Hollingsworth is going to throw on to first in time, and there's 2 outs here in the first inning. So now the number 3 hitter in the North Valley order, Ryan Edwards, the starting shortstop today. She will bat from the right side as the sophomore from North Valley settles in. All right, Hollingsworth ready to deliver, has her foot on the rubber, gets the sign, winds and delivers. That pitch is going to miss upstairs. 1-0 to Ryan Edwards. Pitcher Abby Smithwick is on deck. She's hoping to get a chance with a runner on in the first inning, maybe help herself out in the first, but comes down for Edwards to get on base first. Count to her is 1-0. Hollingsworth winds and delivers the pitch, one that finds the outside corner of the plate just above the belt for a strike. Count is even at 1-1. That one's a similar pitch in a similar spot, and Edwards looked at it for strike 2. Now she's going to have to protect that outside corner, but Hollingsworth way ahead in the count. She can go anywhere she wants to here. When the fastball back-to-back locations on the outside, and again, has mixed in a breaking pitch early here in the first inning. Here's the 1-2 in. That one's going to be another pitch outside, although it misses outside this time, and the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the number 3 hitter in the North Valley order, Ryan Edwards. Again, North Valley 18-5 entering play today, the number 6 team in the 3A classification. A good tune-up game for them, too, against the Henley Hornets, as both of these teams feel like they're playoff bound come June, as that pitch is going to be fouled off towards the right side, out of play. Could take just a quick look at the standings for North Valley, who at this point lead the Southern Oregon Conference ahead of Brookings Harbor, Lakeview, and Rogue River. North Valley has an 8-1 league record. Brookings Harbor is 4-5, so the Knights well on their way to a league championship this year. 2-2 pitch to Ryan Edwards is looked at for a ball, misses up, 3-2. For Henley, although their overall record is only hovering right around 500, they are still in a good position in the 4-team Skyline Conference. Hidden Valley 6-0 in league play, but right now Henley unbeaten. They got that series sweep against KU last week. And in terms of rankings, they're still ahead of Hidden Valley at number 10, whereas the Mustangs are 12th. And the 3-2 pitch will miss outside, and that will result in a 2-out walk delivered to Ryan Edwards, bringing up Abby Smithwick. If there's been any thorn in the side for Hollingsworth this season, it's been the free passes. 16 walks is the most surrendered on the team so far this season. But again, 36 strikeouts is the most. So you get what you can take with Hollingsworth. She's got that swing and miss stuff when she can control it. So that pitch misses upstairs. The count is 1-0 to Abby Smithwick, trying to get on base. The starting pitcher today for North Valley, Aaliyah Peck, is on deck. Batting from the right side is Smithwick, a senior. Waits for the offering from Hollingsworth. It's a bouncer out towards second base. It dies in the infield. Hollingsworth up with it. An underhand dish is in time. Good recovery there by Riley Hollingsworth to end the inning. The Knights get a base runner, but they leave her stranded. We are scoreless as we go to the bottom of the first next on mybasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place and then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Yeah. Bottom of the first inning, and the Henley Hornets getting ready for their first look at Abby Smithwick. The lineup for the Henley Hornets goes like this, presented by Gary Sheen and Country Financial, the nation's #1 life insurance provider. Hayden Higgins leads things off. She's in left field today, followed by Riley Hollingsworth, the starting pitcher. Gracie White's at first base, batting third, followed by Laylee Segura, the right fielder, batting cleanup. Belle Birch is the catcher. She bats fifth. Jillian Vickery is the second baseman. She bats sixth. Vanessa Calzacorda is at third base. She's batting seventh. Ollie Birch is at shortstop, hitting eighth. And Callie Grant is in center field. She bats ninth. All right, here is Hayden Higgins leading things off today for the Hornets. As she takes ball one upstairs, it's 1-0. On the season, Higgins batting .382 as a unit. This Hornets team swinging the bat well, .374 at the plate as a team. As that pitch is going to miss upstairs, 2-0. That one is fouled towards the Henley dugout, and the count moves to 2 balls and a strike on Hayden Higgins. Pitch in is a grounder towards the right side, also winds up foul, and the count is now 2-2, 2 strikes on Higgins. Hollingsworth, the pitcher, looking to step in next as Higgins chokes up a little bit in a 2-strike count. Looking in is Smithwick, and the delivery is a swing and a miss for strike 3. 1 out in the first inning, and it brings up Riley Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth got the win in Game 1 against Klamath Union on Friday in the 25-5 win. Hollingsworth pitched 5 innings without allowing a run, and she struck out 7 batters in that game. Pitch is taken at the knees for a strike. A good location there for Abby Smithwick. On the season at the plate, Hollingsworth batting a scorching .450 to start the year, although a little bit of a smaller sample size than some of her teammates. But she might add another one here anyway. A ground ball right through into center field and a 1-out single for the Hornets. First base hit of the game. That's number 10 on the season for Hollingsworth. She'll see that average climb up a little bit as it brings up Gracie White. Gracie White having a fantastic season for Henley this year, batting .529 on the season. She's second on the team in hits with 27. She is leading the group in doubles right now with 9. She's also got 2 homers on the year as that pitch is taken outside for a ball. 1-0 the count to White. 16 RBI on the season for Gracie. She's been hitting in the 3-hole. Been mostly tasked with starting the rallies, getting on base, and extra base hits for Henley so far this season, and she's done a great job at that. The pitch to the left-hander is going to be taken low and away for a ball, 2-0. Hollingsworth takes an aggressive lead off of first base once the pitch is thrown, but she hasn't taken off yet. Hollingsworth on the season has yet to steal a base. In fact, stealing is something that Henley does fairly successfully, but not a ton, as that pitch is going to miss inside. The catcher mishandles it. That allows Hollingsworth to take off, and she is in at second base. I want to say that pitch was called a ball inside. I believe the count is 3-0. All right, count is 3-0. That pitch missed inside, so White can pick one pitch in one location and an early RBI opportunity for her Hornets. Here is the 3-0 pitch. It is called a strike on the outside. Just being picky in a 3-0 count, and that's why you get a 3-0 count on you, so that way you can try to work it back. And can still be selective in a 3-1 count. Here it comes. That pitch misses upstairs. White will take the walk, and in steps Laylee Segura. Segura this season batting .447 for the Hornets. She shows bunt here, and she pulls back. The pitch is called a strike, so it's 0-1. Maybe trying to lay down a bunt to advance the runners. Not a bad idea, but that was a great pitch to bunt, and she pulled back. So not quite sure exactly what the strategy was, but regardless, the 0-1 count is on Segura, who again, .447 hitter, 21 hits and 47 tries. She swings and misses at that one. The count is 0-2. Segura does have 25 RBIs on the season. That is second most on the team. As Bell Birch is on deck. Here is the 0-2. Ground ball right side. Up with it is Morgan at second. She throws to first for the out, but both runners advance in the meantime. And now with 2 on and 2 out, it's Bell Birch. Hollingsworth at third. White in at second. And here is Bell Birch, a .409 hitter on the season for Henley. 23 RBIs, third most on the team. Here's the pitch. It's going to be called a strike. Count is 0-1. That was a knee-high pitch just on the outside corner. A great location there for Smithwick. And the count is 0-1. On deck after Birch is Jillian Vickery. She'd like to hit with a couple of runners on base as well as that pitch is fouled back. Count is 0-2 to Bell Birch. Settling back in now is Birch. The senior looking to come up big here in the first inning. And the 0-2 is hit into the air, right center field. It is going to get down for a base hit, and 2 runs will score. Bell Birch, a 2 RBI single, and the Hornets lead in the first inning. Got a courtesy runner over there at first. It looks like it's going to be Josie Venegas aboard at first, running in place of the catcher Birch. So Venegas aboard, 2 runs already home and 2 outs in the inning. First pitch swinging and a foul ball off the bat of Jillian Vickery. Vickery this season batting .346, 18 hits and 52 tries, 9 singles, 8 doubles. And for her, 8 doubles is second most on the team entering play today. Here is the 0-1 pitch to her. It's going to miss outside. They try to backpick Venegas at first, but she is back safely. And the count is 1-1 to Vickery with Vanessa Calzacorda on deck. Here is the 1-1. That is hit into the air, carrying left field, but bending foul. The count is 1-2. Smithwick working hard to try to get out of this inning. Started it out with a strikeout, but then Hollingsworth singled and White walked. She was able to produce a ground out against Lele Segura, but that 2 RBI single off the bat of Bell Birch plated all of Henley's offense so far. Unfortunately, the brand new scoreboard doesn't quite reflect the 2 runs that Henley has scored just yet, but we'll get there. It's a brand new scoreboard. This is the first time they've been able to use it yet this season as that pitch misses outside. 2-2. The money raised coming primarily, I found out, from the Henley Crab Feed, which is the annual fundraiser for the softball and baseball teams. But you look over the left field side, you can see the scoreboard erected over there. They've been working on it throughout the last week or so. So that means that the scoreboard over the right side is, well, probably going to be gone soon, I hope. It's been kind of malfunctioning the last couple of seasons. I'm sure everyone is glad to see that one go. Here's the 3-2 pitch in. It's going to miss low and away, and a walk delivered to Jillian Vickery. That'll move Venegas up to second and bring up Vanessa Calzacorda. Starting at third base today in place of Michaela Schroeder. I thought I saw Schroeder in the dugout earlier, but I might be mistaken. As here's the pitch in. That pitch is called a strike, 0-1. Hornets going to have to do it today without their best hitter in the person of Michaela Schroeder. But so far, they're off to a great start. A 2-0 lead here in the first inning. And they've got a couple more runners on base. This one's hit into the air, right side, drifting foul. The count is 0-2 to Vanessa Calzacorda. Ollie Birch is on deck for the Hornets, hoping to continue this first inning rally for Henley. Here's the 0-2 to Calzacorda. That is called strike 3, and it will end the inning, but not before the Hornets score 2 on the RBI single from Belle Birch. They leave a couple of runners stranded, and they lead 2-0 as we go to the second on mybasin.com.
Come on in. Hey, I'm Jason with Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness and Performance, and just a little bit about us. So we started in March of 2020, opened right before COVID hit. It's been a wild ride. So one of the things I'm super passionate about is this idea of being guides or think about like a map and compass. If you think about our job as physical therapists is to take a person who's had an injury and help them kind of go from point A to point B. And everybody's journey is different. It's never a straight line. It's nice to have someone that's been there, that's walked that path before many times. And so we see it as our honor and privilege to be able to walk with patients through those little steps along the way of getting back to doing the things they love. So to get a hold of us at Elevate, you can call our number at 541-887-2030. Check out our website, elevateptfp.com. Or check us out on Instagram, shoot us a message.
Josh Eldridge back with you for more Henley softball today on mybasin.com. The Hornets lead the North Valley Knights a score of 2-0 in this non-conference game. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 in the North Valley order due up this half inning. Aaliyah Peck, Marissa Dorman, and Madison Sharpen. And we are just about ready today for the second inning. Was talking a little bit last half inning about the new scoreboard over the left field fence. It's quite the undertaking, but really glad to see that they've got that figured out up there. They used to share the scoreboard between the soccer field, as that's a ground ball. Fair down the first baseline. First pitch swinging and a single for Aaliyah Peck. And the Knights are in business here in the second inning with a leadoff single. But once soccer got their own scoreboard over the right field side, that's where the Hornets play their soccer games, right over there over right field. They have attached it to the press box, so no need for this one here over the right field fence. And then, with softball getting their own, I imagine they're going to dig that thing up. The power was actually failing on it last year, and so glad to see the new one erected here this season. The first pitch is going to miss upstairs to Marissa Dorman. Count is 1-0. Room for state championships up there on the scoreboard for Henley, too. I don't think it's fully complete yet, but it is working today, and it's been the delight of everybody who's shown up. Back pick move to first. Peck is back safely. The count is even at a ball and a strike. It's been a break from league action this week for the Henley Hornets. Had most of the week off, as that pitch is swung on and missed 1-2. In fact, it's been 8 days since they played their last game. It was back on Friday last week against Klamath Union, their last game. They've been off all week preparing for this one and getting ready for league play to resume next week against Hidden Valley. So that pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, one gone, and Marissa Dorman is sent packing for the first out. And for those who don't know the layout of the Skyline Conference or Southern Oregon softball teams, and North Valley and Hidden Valley, they do sound alike. They're actually a lot more alike than you might actually think. They're located about 20 minutes apart from each other, and Merlin for the Knights and Murphy for the Mustangs. A ground ball on the right side. Sharpen hits it through into right field for a single. That will advance Peck to second, and Sharpen aboard at first. A one-out single puts 2 on with 1 out, and it brings up Noelle Morgan. Looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner in for Sharpen as well. Let's see. Cam Compton into the game. So Compton will be running for the catcher, Sharpen at first. Peck is still on second, and here is Noelle Morgan. As I was saying, Merlin, Oregon, just a bit north of Grants Pass. Murphy, where the Mustangs play, where we'll be on Tuesday, just south of Grants Pass. As that pitch is swung on and missed. The count is 0-1. The schools themselves, the physical buildings, also identical, and I mean identical. They're both modeled after the same blueprints. That's the same as Illinois Valley, by the way, in Cave Junction. All three schools are exactly the same. Here's the 0-1 to Noel Morgan. Pitch is fouled back. The count is 0-2. In fact, North Valley used to be in the Skyline Conference 4 years ago when there was the reclassification and redistricting committee. Then they moved North Valley down to the 3A classification based purely on school attendance, as that pitch misses upstairs. 1-2, the count to Noel Morgan. They've been in the Skyline Conference for so long, I got to be honest, it kind of felt empty without them a little bit, at least to me, because I like seeing the rivalries that they provide for Hidden Valley in the conference. As the 1-2 pitch, strike three, look it. And there are 2 outs now in the second inning. It brings up Izzy Johnson. So they'll be joining the Skyline Conference next year, along with the Cascade Christian Challengers going to be joining the Skyline Conference next year, as that pitch is called a strike on the outside. 0-1, the count to Izzy Johnson. That'll be a fun league and a good competition for the Hornets, too. I think that's going to balance everything real well. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Izzy Johnson. It is swung on and missed. The count is 0-2. Try to backpick the runner at first, but back safely is Compton. Count is 0-2 at the plate. On deck, the lineup turns over for North Valley. Jordan Godfrey. Oh-2 count at the plate to Johnson. Hollingsworth gets ready to deliver and misses upstairs. Count is 1-2. It's just above the belt. Looked over the plate on the outside, but count is 1-2. Hollingsworth trying to come back, find that put-away pitch, and she does here. Punched out Johnson. 3 Ks in the second inning, and the Knights leave a pair stranded after 2 base hits. It's 2-0 Henley as we go to the bottom of the second next on mybasin.com.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food
for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Getting set now for the bottom of the second inning. It'll be 8-9-1 due up for the Hornets in this half inning. Ollie Birch, Callie Grant, and Hayden Higgins as they look to extend this 2-0 advantage. All right, Birch getting ready to step in here. Ollie Birch this season batting .265 for the Hornets. First pitch to her called a strike, and it's 0-1 to the Henley shortstop. Batting from the left side as she gets a look first time today at Abby Smithwick. That pitch missed upstairs. The catcher Sharpen had to get out of her stance to grab that one. The count is 1-1. Birch settles back in. And here's the delivery from Smithwick. Misses outside, 2-1. Birch, along with her .265 season so far, 19 runs scored. That's towards the top of the group. She's also worked 9 walks and is perfect in stolen bases, 9 for 9 on the season, and she actually leads the team in that metric. And now ahead 3-1, imperative for the Knights to try to keep her off base with the speed that she can show. The 3-1 is going to bounce to the plate. Birch gets a free pass to start the second, and it brings up Callie Grant. Callie Grant, a .279 hitter this season for Henley. First pitch is going to miss, 1-0. They're worried about Birch over there at first. They throw down to her, but she is back safely. They're going to be worried about her again with that speed that she can show. Timeout called by our home plate umpire today. Going to make sure the gear is right, of course. And I think we're going to be ready to go. All right, the 1-0. Look to show bunt, called a strike. The count is even, just off the outside corner to Grant. Still only 1 strike on her, though. The count is even. We'll see if she tries to lay down another or if she's swinging away here. Callie Grant, the sophomore, lifts one up, and it will be just out of play, clanking off the bleachers behind the third base side. 1-2. Just looking to straighten that one out a little bit. Got underneath it, popped it pretty much straight back, which tells me the timing was good. She just swung underneath it. We'll see where Smithwick goes. Ahead in the count here, 1-2. Winds and delivers. A swing and a miss on an outside pitch. Birch takes off, and she's in at second safely. So it was a strikeout. There's now 1 away in the inning, but the runner does advance to second, and that brings up Hayden Higgins. Higgins went down on strikes to lead off the ball game for Henley. 0 for 1 today. And now an RBI opportunity for Higgins. First pitch to her, waved at and missed, 0-1. Higgins, a .382 hitter this year, 11 RBI as the leadoff hitter. Doesn't always get a lot of RBI opportunities, but just hoping that she can come through like there's no one on base and produce one of those singles. 21 of her 26 hits this year have been single base hits. Tried to lay down a bunt there, pulls it back in time on a pitch that was high and away. Count is even at a ball and a strike. Continuing to warm up here today at Henley High School. At first pitch, only about 25 minutes ago. 68 degrees, now up at 70. And going to continue warming today. It's a beautiful one here in the basin. They try to throw down to Birch at second, and I don't know if Smithwick got the memo. She tried to pick it off. The count is 2-1. After Higgins in the order, Riley Hollingsworth due up for the Hornets. Here's the pitch. Trying to show bunt again, but pulling back in time did Hayden Higgins. That pitch nearly hit her in the foot, and she's ahead now 3-1. Looks like Coach White might be having her swing away here in a 3-1 count. If she's got a good pitch in a good spot, let it rip. See if he can knock that run in from second. Smithwick delivers. And she takes a big hack at one, but fouls it off the right side, and the count is full. Well, things change a little bit here for Higgins, but still just trying to make solid contact. The center fielder, Godfrey, shaded a little bit towards the right of second base, so there's a big hole in left center field if Higgins can find it. Instead, she'll take a pitch upstairs for ball 4. 2 runners on, 1 out for Riley Hollingsworth, and a great opportunity to help her own cause here in the second inning. Hollingsworth singled and scored in the first inning. First pitch swinging for Hollingsworth in her last at-bat. Let's see what Smithwick gives her here. First offering is hit into the air, right field. Moving back is Dorman, the right fielder. Called off by the center fielder, Godfrey, and the catch is made. Tagging from second to third is Ollie Birch. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Here's Gracie White. White walked and later scored in the first inning, so without an official at-bat today. But the left-hander looking to drive in a run, maybe 2 on a shot in the gap if Higgins can get out and run. Standing at third is Ollie Birch. Here's the delivery from Abby Smithwick. Winds and kicks. It's a breaking pitch. Starts outside, and it stays outside. 1-0. The count to Gracie White. Not a bad pitch there by Smithwick, but not able to find the zone. And the hitter now ahead in the count. 1-0. Here's the delivery from Smithwick. That pitch missed upstairs. Runner at first breaking. Higgins in safely at second as Smithwick cut off the throw. Maybe trying to catch Birch out, but now just two runners in scoring position. Good aggressive base running there for Henley, and a 2-0 count to Gracie White. So Smithwick going to have to give her something to hit here or risk falling way behind. Here's the 2-0. Found the outside corner of the plate. Good pitch there by Smithwick. Still trying to paint the black confidence in that outside pitch. She's able to find the zone there. White settles back in. Big spot here early in this one. The 2-1 pitch. Misses upstairs, 3-1. First base is open, but you don't want to face the cleanup hitter with the bases loaded. (3-1). Here's the pitch to White. Misses up, and there you go. Bases loaded, all on walks. And here comes Lele Segura. But first, head coach of the North Valley Knights, Charlie Chase, up and out of the dugout. Going to have a conversation here with his pitcher, Abby Smithwick. 2 outs and the bases loaded, and Lele Segura due up next. Want to remind you today's broadcast on mybasin.com is brought to you in part by Klamath Falls Subaru. And through the Subaru Love Promise and Subaru Share the Love events, Klamath Falls Subaru has donated thousands of dollars to dozens of hometown charities. Comfortable and not corporate at Klamath Falls Subaru. Stop by and say hi. Also want to remind you, next week, the opening round of the NAIA Softball National Tournament will be here in Klamath Falls up at Oregon Tech. The Lady Owls, the #1 seed and one of the best teams in the country. They get to host the national tournament next week. And over on our radio stations on 104.3 and 960 Sports, we will bring you every single game of the NAIA National Tournament beginning at 11 a.m. on Monday as Arizona Christian plays Dickinson State up at Stillwell Stadium. Very excited for next week up there at Stillwell Stadium. All right, bases loaded, and Gracie White at the dish. She pops it straight up, Lele Segura pops it straight up. It was a playable ball, but an error committed by the second baseman, Morgan, and I think 2 runs came across to score with aggressive base running. Birch scored, Higgins scored, and White advanced to second. Segura is going to pick up a couple of RBIs, but she reached on the error, and here's Belle Birch. 4-0 Henley. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. It misses up. 1-0. An unfortunate thing there for Smithwick is, although she walked the bases loaded, now all of these runs that will subsequently potentially score this inning, including the 2 that just did, will be unearned. Having to try to find a 4th out this inning as that pitch misses wide. 2-0. Jillian Vickery on deck. But Birch trying to continue this rally. Had a 2 RBI single in the first inning. Here's the pitch. Hit into the air, right side, well foul. 2-1. All right, Birch getting ready to step back in. Belle Birch, a .409 hitter this season for the Hornets. Hits one again, foul off to the right side. The count's even now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And we need some softballs, guys. We're completely out. All right, I think we're all set. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 runners on, 2 outs in the second inning, and a 4-0 Henley lead. Birch awaits the pitch. That one misses in, nearly hit her, and the count now full, 3-2. A walk here would load the bases for Jillian Vickery. Birch digs in. Smithwick winds and delivers. That is fouled back, and count will remain 3-2. Scott White in his second season as the head coach of the Henley Hornets down the third base side. Here's the 3-2. That one hit the batter. Would have been ball 4 anyway, and the bases are loaded for Jillian Vickery. White to third. Segura to second. And Birch is going to stay in and run for herself here, it seems. No courtesy runner this time. Wait, maybe? Oh, here we go. Called it just in time. Okay. We'll get courtesy runner. It'll be Cozy Venegas in there at first base. At second base is Segura, and White at third. Vickery walked her first time up, but trying to come up big as she takes ball 1 on the outside there. 1-0. Already 2 runs home in this inning for Henley. They both scored on the error that allowed Segura to reach base and extend the inning. Pitch on the way from Smithwick. Misses outside. 2-0. After Vickery in the order, it's Vanessa Calzacorda. Here's the 2-0. Misses outside. They've gone 3 straight outside pitches. 3 straight misses off the plate. In danger of walking in a freebie here. Smithwick delivers. Finds the zone that time. 3-1. Still trying to go outside with that pitch. Smithwick clearly has confidence in it. Even if it's cost her a couple of walks so far in this one. She's walked 5 batters so far. This time a line drive left field by the left fielder Johnson, and it rolls near the wall. Run 1 scores. 2 are in. They wave in Venegas. She dives in safely. A 3 RBI double for Jillian Vickery, and the Hornets are up 7-0. Vanessa Calzacorda getting ready to step in now as this inning has come off the wagon a bit here for North Valley. All 5 of the runs this inning have been unearned. And the team meeting in the circle here, not accompanied by the coach. But we'll see if this winds up getting broken up here as the home plate umpire makes his way out. And party's broken up. Here's Vanessa Calzacorda batting still with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position as Jillian Vickery, after the 3 RBI double, stands in scoring position. 7-0 Henley, bottom of the second. And the pitch misses upstairs. 1-0 on the season. Calzacorda batting .250. She's only got 1 single, but she's got 3 doubles on the year. The pitch is going to bounce to the plate. Nice job by Sharpen to keep it in front of her. And the count is 2-0. Here's the pitch. That one misses in as well. 3-0. Ollie Birch on deck. She led off this inning with a walk about 15 minutes ago. Here's the 2-0. That pitch swung on and missed. Calzacorda trying to take the inside fastball to left field, but just a little bit jammed up on that 3-0 pitch. 3-1. Here's the pitch from Smithwick. Finds the zone. About thigh high on the inside corner. Count is full to Calzacorda. 0 for 1 today. She struck out to end the first. Here's the pitch. 3-2. Looked at for ball 4. Calzacorda will walk. Ollie Birch due up for the second time this inning. And I think we're going to see some switches here for North Valley. It looks like Ryan Edwards is going to take over and Smith is going to migrate over to shortstop. We'll give Edwards a chance to warm up here. We'll step aside for 60 seconds in a 7-0 ball game on mybasin.com.
There's something special about this place. It's more than the quiet mornings and the open skies. It's more than the scenery. It's the people. Around here, people still wave when you pass by. They check in when something's wrong. They show up when it matters. At Sage Credit Union, we're proud to live and work in a region that believes in each other. A place where neighbors lend a hand, small businesses thrive, and generosity runs deep. We believe that being part of a community means giving back to it, not just with dollars, but with time, effort, and heart. That's why our employees earn paid volunteer time. That's why you'll see us at food drives, fundraisers, and the local fair. We show up for our community. This isn't just where we work. This is where we live, where we give, and where we grow. Right here, in the coffee shop, at the fundraiser, and in our local branch. At Sage Credit Union, we've found our people. We'll see you around town.
Ryan Edwards, the new pitcher into the game for North Valley. Abby Smithwick has moved over to short. There's 2 runners on and 2 outs here for Ollie Birch. Here's the pitch. It's going to find its way over the zone. Just about knee high and called a strike. It's 0-1 to Ollie Birch. Runner at second is Jillian Vickery. Aboard at first is Vanessa Calzacorda. And the 0-1 home is a curveball, a nice pitch from Ryan Edwards. That was a great breaking ball. The count is 0-2. And Ollie Birch going to switch from batting from the left side to batting from the right side here in an 0-2 count. All right, set to deliver is Edwards, and that pitch misses. I think it was off the plate outside, 1-2. Callie Grant waits on deck for Henley. They battered around here in the second, a 7-0 ball game. 1-2, the count at the plate to Ollie Birch. And the pitch, swung on and missed. That will end the bleeding for the Knights in the second, but Henley scores 5 runs, and they lead by 7 as we go to the third on mybasin.com.
What are the best words you can hear tonight?
Order ready for Susan?
And if you hear those words at Abby's, you know it's going to be a legendary meal. Your pizza is loaded with toppings to the edge, premium ingredients, and real cheese. Yeah, baby. Gather with friends, play some video games, and watch the big game on TV. That's made Abby's a legendary pizza tradition for generations. And when you're ready to hear those magic words,
Tom, your order's ready.
you know where to go. You're always welcome at Abby's.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Josh Eldridge back with you here at Henley High School as we get ready for more Henley Hornets softball. They lead 7-0 against North Valley as we get set for the top of the third inning. And the top of the night's order due up. It's Jordan Godfrey, Marcella Violet, and Ryan Edwards. Godfrey 0 for 1 today. She struck out in her first at-bat in the first inning. Here's the pitch. That is going to be called a strike, 0-1. A nice pitch there to get ahead by Riley Hollingsworth, now working with a huge lead. Going to be important for her not to offer free passes. Like we said, that can trouble her at times, but she also has that good swing and miss stuff as that pitch misses outside, 1-1. Through the first 2 innings pitched, she's walked 1 batter and struck out 4. Count is 1-1 to Jordan Godfrey. Tries to shorten the swing here. 1-1. Offered up at and missed. Hollingsworth using that short swing to her advantage as she delivers outside to Godfrey. Maybe not enough barrel to reach that pitch, and she gets ahead 1-2. Birch delivers the sign. Here's the 1-2, sets up outside again. This time the pitch misses outside. 2-2, the count to Jordan Godfrey. Godfrey, a sophomore for the Knights, has 2 strikes on her against Riley Hollingsworth. And the pitch. Swung on and missed on the elevated breaking ball. 1 gone here in the 3rd inning, and it brings up Marcella Violet. Violet today 0 for 1, grounded out to the pitcher in the 1st inning. Hornets trying to keep the bats hot on their end, but after doing the math, they scored their 5 runs on only 1 hit in the 2nd inning, and it was that 3 RBI double. Otherwise, walks and errors led to their runs in that inning. A great curveball and a strike delivered to Marcella Violet. That was a great bending pitch there from Hollingsworth. Had a ton of movement on it. Violet settles back in. The left-hander is down 0-1 in the count. Hollingsworth finds the pitch. Steps, winds, and delivers. That one is going to miss low. 1-1. Good turnout of Henley fans here on a Saturday afternoon. North Valley traveling all right. A 2-hour drive for them, about 2 hours, 15 minutes realistically. 1-1 pitch into Marcella Violet. It's going to miss outside. 2-1. Got some fans lining the outfield fence as we typically do as well. But for a Saturday afternoon game, wouldn't rather be anywhere else. Frankly, it's a great day for it. 2-1 the count to Marcella Violet. And there's a strike. Knee high on the outside corner. Count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the 3rd baseman for the Knights. On deck is their new pitcher, Ryan Edwards. Hollingsworth steps and delivers. Here's the pitch. That's going to miss up. Count's full. 1 out already, top of the 3rd inning. Hollingsworth got the strikeout on Godfrey, looking for another here against Marcella Violet. She's got 5 punch-outs already through the first 2 1/3. Here's the pitch. That one misses low. Maybe a touch outside as well. Violet aboard with a walk, and it brings up Ryan Edwards. Edwards walked her first time up, was left stranded at first base in the 1st inning. Digs into the right-handed batter's box. Edwards trying to put a jolt into one, see if they can get North Valley maybe on the board, see if you get the speed from Violet around from first on a hard hit ball in the gap as that pitch is swung on and missed. 0-1 out of the right hand of Hollingsworth. Edwards, a couple of practice hacks over there, now ready to step back in. Hollingsworth delivers. That pitch is called a strike as well, 0-2. Edwards looked less than thrilled with that strike call on the outside corner, but takes a deep breath before settling in. She finds herself down 0-2. Abby Smithwick waiting on deck for the Knights. Here's the 0-2 from Hollingsworth, hit into the air, center field. Grant makes the catch, 2 outs in the inning. Violet stays put at first. As I said, 2 outs now for Abby Smithwick. Smithwick grounded out in her first at-bat. She grounded out back to the pitcher. Hollingsworth trying to escape this inning and get Henley's hot bats back up to the plate. Add on to what right now is a 7-run advantage. The pitch is going to miss upstairs, 1-0. Appreciate you finding our broadcast today on mybasin.com. Like I said, starting on Monday next week, we'll be live with the NAIA Softball National Tournament on the radio end of things. Our next video broadcast will be for Henley Baseball on Tuesday at Hidden Valley. Ground ball out towards second. Vickery backhands it. Underhand dish to Birch, covering the second base bag. And a 4-6 putout will end the third inning. Henley with a 7-0 advantage. We go to the bottom half next on mybasin.com.
Looking for insurance from someone who truly understands rural Klamath? Meet Gabby Haskins, a licensed agent for Country Financial, born and raised in Merrill, with deep roots in agriculture and the local way of life. Whether you're protecting your family farm, homes, vehicles, businesses, Gabby's here to help. She offers trusted, personalized insurance for farm, life, home, auto, commercial, and retirement needs at Gary Sheen's Country Financial office in Merrill. Stop by today and see why Merrill residents trust one of their own. Country Financial, here to help you experience more in Merrill.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Callie Grant to lead things off for the Hornets in the third. She'll be followed by Hayden Higgins and Riley Hollingsworth. 9-1-2 in the order. The Hornets have a 7-0 lead against the North Valley Knights. All the runs that Henley scored in the second inning were unearned. They had reached a few on a walk, and then an error is what allowed two of those runs to score. But an error with two outs means every subsequent run is unearned in that inning, and so even when Jillian Vickery came up with a 3 RBI double, a clutch base hit, no doubt, but those runs unearned against the North Valley pitching staff. They feel as though this game should still be 2-0, but they've got to try to make quick work of Henley here, down 7 as Grant lifts one into the air, shallow right center field. Morgan makes the catch, 1 out in the third. And now we're back to the top of the order for Hayden Higgins. She walked and later scored in the second inning. Higgins, along with the walk, back in the second. She struck out in the first. Here is the pitch. It is going to miss low. 1-0. Edwards coming in relief of Abby Smithwick. Smithwick surrendering 2 runs, earned runs, I should say, 5 unearned runs in her appearance in 1 2/3 innings pitched, as that pitch misses low as well. 2-0. She allowed 3 base hits, and trying to tally up her walks real quick after this 2-0 pitch. Finds the zone, 2-1. 6 walks allowed in 2 2/3 innings pitched. Pardon me, 1 2/3 innings pitched. 2-1 pitch from Edwards, bounces to the plate. 3-1 the count to Hayden Higgins. Riley Hollingsworth is on deck. Open to bat with a runner on instead of the bases empty and 2 outs. Here's the 3-1. Ground ball right side through, and a single for Hayden Higgins. She's now 1 for 2 today, and a runner on for Riley Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth stepping in now, 1 for 2 today and a run scored. She singled in the first, flew out in the second. And the pitch on the way to Hollingsworth as Edward winds and delivers. It's called a strike. They try to back pick Higgins at first, but she's back safely. The count is 0-1 to Riley Hollingsworth. Gracie White waits on deck. The count 0-1 to Hollingsworth, and the delivery from Edwards waved at and missed. Count is 0-2. Hollingsworth going to have to shorten up that stride a little bit here and protect in a 2-strike count. Ready for the pitch. Hollingsworth. Here it comes. Swings and misses at a pitch that was probably out of the zone. And she will be the second casualty in the third inning. 2 outs. And in steps Gracie White. White has walked and scored twice today. Trying to get a good swing on things here. I know she wants one. She's okay to reach base a couple of times, but she'd love to run into one here as she takes a good pitch for strike one. That was a bender that started off the plate and then probably caught more of the zone than Edwards would have wanted, but White seemingly taken all the way there after walking in each of her first 2 at-bats. Taking a good pitch there. Now she finds herself down 0-1. She swings at a similar pitch, but it's a line drive back to the pitcher, and that will end the inning. There are 3 outs in the inning. They throw over to first, but it doesn't matter because there's 3 outs. The Hornets leave a runner stranded after a base hit in the third. They still lead 7-0 as we go to the 4th next on mybasin.com.
What are your goals? To get stronger, move better, feel healthier? Whatever you are aiming for, Harbor Isles is here to help you. They have brand new cardio and strength equipment. Harbor Isles offers indoor tennis courts, 4 indoor pickleball courts, energizing group classes, expert personal trainers, and a friendly, knowledgeable staff ready to guide you every step of the way. No matter what your goals are, Harbor Isles has everything you need to reach those goals. Stop by and see the difference for yourself. Harbor Isles, lose those reins and get your gains.
Over the last year, you've heard and seen the advertisement for God's Gifts 2, a local photographer who travels to high school sporting events and takes individual and team action photos at a great price. Something you may not know, though, is that the money from God's Gifts Photography supports 6 children in Kenya who Annalisa has met on mission trips. If you'd like to capture your athlete in action and help support these kids, call 541-281-2206. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook.
Getting set now for the top of the 4th inning from Henley High School as the Hornets lead the North Valley Knights a score of 7-0. So far for Henley, their 7 runs come on 4 hits. No errors today for the Hornets. They've left 5 runners on base. For North Valley today, no runs on 2 hits, 1 error. They've left 5 runners on base. As we get going for the top of the 4th inning, Aaliyah Peck, Marissa Dorman, Madison Sharpen do up this half for the Knights as they look to get a rally started against Riley Hollingsworth. In the circle today for the Henley Hornets. And the pitch is a checked swing for strike 1. The 0-1 on the way from Hollingsworth as Birch delivers the signal. Here it comes. Called strike 2 on the outside corner, and Peck falls behind. She's 1 for 1 today. She did single back in the 2nd inning. That was to lead off that inning too, trying to replicate that. Here is the 0-2 home to Peck. Reaches for that one and fouls it off. Hit that one off the very end of her bat. And if it wasn't a beautiful 70-degree day, that one probably would have stung pretty good. But because it's a nice day outside, she'll be able to step back in and swing away in an 0-2 count. She was out in front of that breaking pitch from Hollingsworth, too. She started her swing and then had to slow it way down to even get a piece of it. We'll see where Hollingsworth goes now in an 0-2. Here it comes. Fouled straight back. Count remains 0-2. After Peck in the order, it's Marissa Dorman. And we're ready to go with the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball, right side through, past the glove of White and into left field. That was a right field. That was a perfectly placed ground ball by Aaliyah Peck there. just past White at first, and Vickery couldn't get to it either. She's 2 for 2 today. And a leadoff base hit for the Knights in the 4th inning, and in steps Marissa Dorman. Dorman is 0 for 1 today. She did strike out back in the 2nd inning. Trying to get something going here for the Knights in the 4th. They've been kept off the board. She tries to show bunt, but comes up empty. The count is 0-1. Looked like Peck might have been on the move at first, but she was hitting the brakes a couple steps off the bag. Just trying to get her into scoring position. Madison Sharpen is on deck. Here's the pitch, showing bunt again, and lays it down in front of home plate. Fair ball, throw down to first is in time. And advancing to second on the sacrifice was Aaliyah Peck. Runner in scoring position, 1 out. The Knights flirting with a run here in the 4th as Madison Sharpen steps to the plate. Sharpen 1 for 1. She singled in the 2nd, was left stranded in that inning as well. 7-0 our score. The Henley Hornets leading the North Valley Knights. And here's the pitch from Hollingsworth. Called a strike. 0-1. Here's the 0-1. That one is going to miss off the outside. 1-1. Good take there by Sharpen. Noelle Morgan is on deck for the Knights. A couple of these players have North Valley Knights stickers on the back of their helmet. I'm curious if that's a signal of achievement like it is in some football programs, or if that's just what she has. A fly ball to right field. Segura goes back, and she makes the catch. A great catch by Lily Segura in right field. Had to extend out her arm to bring that one in by the foul line. On the run, there's 2 outs in the inning. Here's Noelle Morgan. By the way, tagging from second to get to third, Aaliyah Peck. And Noelle Morgan, who's 0 for 1 today, trying to drive in North Valley's first run of the day. Hollingsworth trying to keep her shutout intact. Here's the first pitch to Morgan. A nice breaking pitch is in the zone, 0-1. After Morgan, it's Izzy Johnson on deck for the Knights. Pitch to Morgan. Ground ball right side, snagged by the first baseman, and the out is made. Great play there by White to end the inning. The Knights get a runner to third, but they leave her stranded. They still trail 7-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning on mybasin.com.
When your care feels complicated, you need someone who won't back away. At Heartfelt, they are known for taking on the cases others won't. Complex, high-risk, and deeply personal situations that deserve real attention. They specialize in minimally invasive procedures, helping you heal faster and get back to your life, your family, your work. And they are here for the long term, not just one visit. No referrals needed, just care that truly shows up for you. Visit heartfeltobgyn.com or call 541-205-6890. Heartfelt OBGYN. Expert care when it matters most.
Thanks. McKenna Voss going to be taken over in left field to begin this one in the bottom of the 4th inning. And it would seem as though she'll be hitting in the 9-hole, too, to lead off the next inning, I would imagine. Regardless, the Hornets are going to lead off with 4, 5, and 6 in their order. Laylee Segura, Belle Birch, and Jillian Vickery. Segura 0 for 2 today, but a couple of runs batted in when she reached on an error in the second inning. 2 runs came home then. She also grounded out in the first. Here she takes ball 1 low. 1-0. Segura batting .447 this season for Henley. Hits one high, hits one deep to left center field. That is gone. A solo shot to lead off the fourth for Laylee Segura. Number 4 on the season, and the Hornets lead 8-0. Belle Birch due up now for the Hornets after the leadoff homer from Laylee Segura, an 8-0 lead for Henley. Birch has reached base both times today, a 2 RBI single in the first inning. She was then hit by a pitch in the second and came around to score later on in that inning. Here is the pitch from Edwards, and it is called a strike. 0-1, the count here to Belle Birch. Jillian Vickery is on deck. All right. Here is the delivery from Edwards. Called a strike as well. Similar pitch, similar location, and the exact same result. Belle Birch behind in the count 0-2. The 0-2. Ground ball back up the middle, through and into center field, and a single for Belle Birch, her second of the day, and it brings up Jillian Vickery. Going to get a courtesy runner in there. Cozy Venegas in to run for the Hornets. Vickery stepping in here. Jillian is 1 for 1 today. Had a 3 RBI double in the second inning. Otherwise, she walked in the first inning. The pitch to her here is a bouncer towards the right side. Off the glove of the second baseman, Morgan, and it skips away from her. And it'll roll into right field. And Vickery aboard on the error, and it allows Birch to advance to second and bringing up Vanessa Calzacorda. And Calzacorda 0 for 1 today. She struck out in the first, but she then walked in the second, was left stranded that trip around the bases. But a chance to add a couple here. The potential mercy rule run stands at first base. Checks her swing, and it's a ground ball to short. They go to third to get the lead runner, but that's the only runner they'll get as Venegas kind of hit pause on her way to third. And I don't know if it would have made much of a difference anyway, as she was the lead runner on a ground ball to the left side of the infield. Calzacorda will reach on the fielder's choice, and Jillian Vickery advances to second. Now here's Ollie Birch with 1 out in the inning. Birch is 0 for 1 today. She struck out in the second inning, but she also walked in the second inning and came around to score. She'll take strike 1 here, ball behind. Both of her at-bats came in the 5-run second inning that the Hornets had put together. A Knight's error helped them here, and it might help them here in the fourth as well. A bunt attempt will wind up foul, and the count is 0-2. As again, the runner at second, Vickery, reached on the error earlier this inning. Calzacorda aboard on the fielder's choice. 1 away, bottom of the fourth, 8-0 lead for the Hornets. Callie Grant is on deck. Back in the circle is Ryan Edwards. She's ready to deliver the pitch. Winds, and here it comes. The 0-2 looked at for strike 3. Birch is down on strikes, 2 outs. Here's Callie Grant. Callie Grant 0 for 2 today, a strikeout and a flyout. And she swings and misses at the first pitch here, 0-1. Top of the order due up next for Henley with Hayden Higgins on deck. Edwards back on, ready to go. Winds and kicks. The 0-1 is a pitch low in the zone as Grant swung over the top of it. She falls behind 0-2. Digging into the left-handed batter's box. Grant trying to put one in play. Here it comes. 0-2, hit hard, right field, foul. Count will remain 0-2. Callie Grant, a sophomore, trying to come up big in this non-league contest. Hornets already have a big advantage. But if you're trying to trigger a mercy rule, again, that runner stands at first. 0-2, the pitch. That one's hit again towards the right side, but again foul. And we'll do it again, 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch again. That one's hit hard, right field, right to the right fielder who mishandles it. Rounding third and headed for home is Vickery. She will score, and an error nets another for the Hornets. They lead 9-0. Runners remain at first and second as Vickery scored. Calzacorda advanced to second, and Grant reaching on the error back to the top for Hayden Higgins. Higgins 1 for 2 today. As that pitch misses out, count is 1-0. Higgins struck out in the first, walked and scored in the second, and then singled in the third. Henley leading 9-0. The 1-0. Misses up 2-0. On deck is Riley Hollingsworth. All right, 2-0. That one's in there. 2-1. Good pitch on the outer third to the right-handed hitting Higgins. Edwards able to find it there. Going to try to do it again here in a 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. That one's hit. Round ball towards short, and the base runner is out as that one hit Calzacorda on her way to third, and that will end the inning. But the Hornets do score 2, one on a solo homer from Lely Segura. They lead 9-0 as we go to the fifth next on mybasin.com.
Hi, I'm Jill with Klamath Falls Honda. If you live in Southern Oregon, you know the weather can keep you guessing. 1 minute it can be sunny, and the next something like this. That's why vehicles like the Honda Ridgeline just make sense. With available all-wheel drive and the capability to handle whatever rolls in, you're ready for it. And customers like Rob are ready too.
Couldn't have picked a better day.
So whether it's sunshine or snow, stop by and say hi. We'll keep you safe on the road.
The Klamath Basin is beautiful, from shimmering Klamath Lake to rich farmlands to the historic downtown. And with an average of over 300 days of sunshine every year, the Klamath Basin is a great place to be. We here at Basin Media Active have been supporting this community for many years, keeping it entertained and informed with friendly faces and familiar voices. You can stay up to date with the latest news, weather, stream live local sports, and check out our community calendar, all on our website, mybasin.com. And you can download our app for free in your app store right now. Basin Media Active, local community engaged.
It's all warm and fuzzy now, thank you.
Getting set now for the top of the 5th inning. It'll be 9, 1, and 2 in the order due up for the Knights this half inning. Leading off will be McKenna Voss. For the first time today, we'll see her hitting in the 9-hole, replacing Izzy Johnson. She replaced her on the defensive end in right field last half inning, but now getting the first at-bat here. Johnson exits the game after going 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First look here for McKenna Voss against Riley Hollingsworth, dealing a shutout so far. The pitch misses in, 1-0. Hollingsworth trying to keep that shutout intact. Maybe try to help the Hornets end this one early in the 5th. But it all starts here on the defensive end, trying to keep that 0 in the scoring column. Hollingsworth starts the leadoff hitter Voss with back-to-back misses. The count 2-0. Coach Charlie Chase down the first base side, offering some encouragement to his player. It's a 2-0 into Voss. Is called a strike, 2-1. Coach Chase in his 16th season with the North Valley Knights, a career record of 176 and 217. He's seen all stages of the North Valley Knights, from state championship contenders to nearly winless in conference play, to last season a rebuilding year where they were able to finish over 500, make it to the second round of the playoffs, to this year where they're ranked 6th in the state and they are 18-5. Great year so far for North Valley. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Voss down on strikes for the first out in the 5th inning. And it brings up Jordan Godfrey. She's 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. Hollingsworth receives the softball back. Now she's ready to go. Winds and delivers. That one misses away. 1-0. Marcella Violet is on deck for the Knights. One-0 pitch. Hollingsworth selects it. Now ready to go. Here it comes. Swung on and missed. Count is even at a ball and a strike. Good location there for Hollingsworth on the outside corner. 1-1. If you're curious who's due up for Henley, 2, 3, 4 in their order in the bottom half of the 5th. The 1-1 to Godfrey. Off-speed pitch dips below the zone. 2-1. All right. 2-1 the count to Godfrey. Now the delivery. She shows bunt. Doesn't pull back in time, and they'll call it a strike. 2-2 on a pitch that was up above her eyes. Hollingsworth battling from down in the count to a 2-strike count, trying to find that put-away pitch to Godfrey for the 3rd time today. Here's the 2-2. That one misses upstairs. Counts full. Here is the full count pitch. Swung on and missed, and for the 3rd time today, Godfrey down on strikes. And back-to-back Ks here in the 5th for Riley Hollingsworth. And this brings up Marcella Violet. She's reached base once today. It was on a walk in the 3rd inning. Otherwise, she grounded out in the 1st. Pitch finds the zone on the outside. 0-1, a good location there for Hollingsworth. Ryan Edwards on deck, hoping for a chance here in the 5th. The lefty Violet back in the box. Here's the 0-1. Pitch misses off the outside, and the count is even. Ball and a strike. Looked like Hollingsworth tried to start the breaking pitch off the plate, move it back over, but not enough break on it. The count's even. Hollingsworth looks in, gets the sign from Birch. Birch gives the target, sets up inside. It's a line drive, left field, and a base hit extends the inning. And Violet on base to bring up Ryan Edwards. Fourth hit of the day for the Knights. And here's Ryan Edwards. Edwards 0 for 1 today. She did walk in the first and flew out in the third. She's taken over pitching duties for the Knights. Took over in the second inning. Has allowed no earned runs since taking over the game, although one earned run on a solo homer. Otherwise, the runs that have come in to score against her have been unearned. As that pitch is called a strike, 0-1. Abby Smithwick is on deck for the Knights. She hopes to bat with a couple runners on. Here's the 0-1 pitch in. Hit into the air. Center field. Grant is going to make the catch on the run, and that will end the inning. The Knights get a base runner, but they leave her stranded, and they trail by 9 going to the bottom of the fifth on mybasin.com. We'll be back.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever. Wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face. I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Defensive changes for the North Valley Knights here at the bottom of the fifth inning. New to the game, Cam Compton. She will replace Noelle Morgan at second base. Leading things off this inning for Henley, Riley Hollingsworth, as the Hornets lead by 9 in the bottom of the fifth inning. The first pitch from Ryan Edwards is taken for a ball, misses downstairs, 1-0. Hollingsworth today 1 for 3. She singled and scored in the first inning. Otherwise, she flew out and struck out so far. Here's the first pitch, called a strike. Pardon me, the second pitch. That was the 1-0. Now it's 1-1. The count to Hollingsworth. Gracie White on deck, followed by Laylee Segura. Here is the 0-1. That's a bouncer, a chance for the first baseman, Peck. She takes it to the bag herself. 3 unassisted for the put out here to start the fifth inning. Gracie White 0 for 1 today. She's walked twice and she flew out in the third inning. Scored 2 runs, though, in those 2 walks that she had. The first pitch to her here misses down and in. Count is 1-0 to Gracie White with Segura on deck. White looking to get a hold of one here. See if she can get herself into scoring position with an out in the bottom of the fifth. Set on the mound, and the delivery from White is a curveball, nicely broken off from Edwards. And the count's even at a ball and a strike. Hornets needing just one run here to trigger a mercy rule in the 5th. Knights trying to extend it. Here's the 1-1. Misses out, 2-1. White, a veteran player for the Hornets, a senior this season, awaits the 2-1. White rolls one foul down the first base side. She's got 2 strikes on her, 2-2 the count. Looks like she got that one off the end of the bat, favoring her thumb on the front hand a little bit. That's the top hand on her bat. Seems to be all right, though, as she settles back in for the 2-2. Edwards shakes off the first pitch from Sharpen. Now she finds one she likes. And the 2-2. Curveball, another bouncer towards the right side. Up with it is Compton. Toss on to first is there. 4-3, 2 outs in the inning. And now it's Laylee Segura. Segura's knocked in 3 runs today. Had a solo homer back in the 4th. Otherwise, 2 runs scored when she reached on an error in the 2nd. And she grounded out in the 1st. Segura looking to get on base with Belle Birch on deck. The pitch misses out. 1-0. Segura digs back in the right-handed batter's box. Here is the 1-0. That one misses out. 2-0. Segura would love to end it with one swing, but really the key here, just try to get on base and start a rally here to try to get that one run you need across. The 2-0. Roller towards the right side. First base going to come up with it. Tag applied. We'll play another as we go to the 6th and a 9-0 ball game. The Hornets lead on mybasin.com.
Come on in. Hey, I'm Jason with Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness and Performance, and just a little bit about us. So we started in March of 2020, opened right before COVID hit. It's been a wild ride. So one of the things I'm super passionate about is this idea of being guides or think about like a map and compass. If you think about our job as physical therapists is to take a person who's had an injury and help them kind of go from point A to point B. And everybody's journey is different. It's never a straight line. It's nice to have someone that's been there, that's walked that path before many times. And so we see it as our honor and privilege to be able to walk with patients through those little steps along the way of getting back to doing the things they love. So to get a hold of us at Elevate, you can call our number at 541-887-2030. Check out our website, elevateptfp.com. Or check us out on Instagram, shoot us a message.
Top of the 6th inning in a 9-0 ball game. The Henley Hornets lead against the North Valley Knights in this non-conference action. Abby Smithwick, Aaliyah Peck, and Marissa Dorman do up this half inning for the Knights. Hollingsworth still dealing a shutout out there. She'd like to keep that intact. Anything to help that ERA dip back a little bit lower again. Entered play today with it hovering around 5.5. Good starting pitcher. You'd like to see it around 4, but today's certainly helping her out if she can keep that shutout intact. As the first pitch to Smithwick misses low. 1-0 today. Smithwick 0 for 2. She has grounded out twice. Pitch on the way. That one is fouled back, and the count is even at a ball and a strike to Smithwick. The Knights traveling a little light today from Josephine County. They've only got, I want to say, 12 players eligible to play today. Typically, you'll see a roster about 15 or 18. Here's a ground ball through into left field, a base hit. Smithwick aboard. Leadoff single here in the 6th. Knights trying to get their first run across in this one. Aaliyah Peck, who you want up here to continue the rally for the Knights. She is 2 for 2 today. She singled in the 2nd and 4th inning. Hasn't been able to find her way across yet, though. Looks like she may try to lay down a bunt to get a runner into scoring position. Nope, she's not going to do it here. That pitch, I called the ball, 1-0. Looked about thigh high across the inside corner. I think if it missed anywhere, it must have been low. Count is 1-0 to Peck. Hollingsworth going to have to put that one behind her. The pitch, that one called a strike. Try to back pick the runner at first to no avail. Counts even at 1. Peck, a sophomore for the Knights. Shortens up the bat, though. She chokes, looks like about 2 inches up on the handle. That's why I thought she was going to lay down a bunt. Typically, that's a giveaway, but not for her. She just wants to shorten up that swing. The pitch is going to miss up. Count 2-1 to Aaliyah Peck. Marissa Dorman on deck. Double play in order. Hollingsworth going to try to keep this pitch down. Here's the 2-1. That one's hit into the air, right field, but foul. 2 strikes on the North Valley first baseman. Peck digs back in the right-handed batter's box. 2 strikes on her, even in the count. Here's the offering from Hollingsworth. It misses away, and the count is full. 3-2 to Aaliyah Peck. Three-two. Hit into the air, right field, foul. A sophomore, Marcella Violet, in the dugout getting the chance started. Got to appreciate that. I certainly do. Trying to wake up the dugout, get their team involved. Stayed alive. Made yourself able to play this 6th inning. Didn't allow it to end in a mercy rule. Now you got to take advantage, and they just might. Ground ball into left field. Back-to-back base hits to start the 6th, and the Knights in business. And we're going to get a courtesy runner? No. Marissa Dorman just getting ready to step in here. Dorman 0 for 2 today, struck out and grounded out in her first 2 chances today. Back-to-back singles to start the 6th. Dorman shows bunt. And she lays it down in fair territory. Throw to first is in time, but both runners advance. Dorman does her job, sets up Madison Sharpen with 1 out and 2 runners in scoring position. And Sharpen, who's 1 for 2 today, trying to make a difference in this one. Sharpen, a junior, in a big spot here. Here's the pitch from Hollingsworth. Looked at for a strike, 0-1. Important to work ahead with 2 runners in scoring position and Cam Compton on deck for the Knights. The pitch misses upstairs, 1-1. Throw down to the runner at third, but back safely is Smithwick. Here's the 1-1. A bunt goes foul. Sharpen. 2 strikes on her. Hollingsworth, a strikeout here would go a long way. Here's the 2-strike offering. It misses outside. Count even. 2-2 to Madison Sharpen. Sharpen relaxed in the right-handed batter's box. The barrel of the bat on her shoulder as she awaits Hollingsworth in the circle. Now the right-hander delivers. 2-2, fouled off. Count still 2-2. All right, Hollingsworth delivers. 2-2, misses up, count full. First base is open. And again, you're looking at Cam Compton on deck for her first at-bat of the ball game on deck. After her in the order is McKenna Voss. Full count pitch. Ground ball up the middle and into center field. 1 run is going to score. They hold Peck at third. That's going to be an RBI single, and advancing to second on the throw in is Sharpen. And the Knights on the board, a score of 9-1. Well, there you go. They extended the game, and now they get their first run across. So here's Cam Compton. Compton came in as a defensive replacement in the bottom half of the 5th. But now getting her first chance to swing the bat. 2 runners in scoring position here in the top of the 6th. 1 out. Here's the pitch to Compton. Swung on and missed, 0-1. After Compton in the order, again, it's McKenna Voss for the Knights. The 0-1 misses up. Here's the 1-1. Fouled straight back. 1-2. That's in the place of Noelle Morgan today in the 8-hole, who was 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out, and 2 strikes now on Compton. Hollingsworth delivers the pitch. Looked at for strike 3, 2 outs in the inning. It brings up McKenna Voss. Voss 0 for 1 today. She struck out back in the 5th inning. Here's the pitch. Taken for a strike. Firm fastball over the heart of the plate. 0-1. That last strikeout, by the way, Hollingsworth's 8th of the day. The 0-1. Swung on and missed. 0-2. Way out in front of that one was Voss. And have to dial it back in. Behind in the count. 0-2. And the pitch. Taken for strike 3, high in the zone, but Voss down looking. Back-to-back Ks and 9 on the ball game for Riley Hollingsworth as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning next on mybasin.com.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food.
for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes.
Monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Bottom of the sixth inning, it'll be Belle Birch, Jillian Vickery, and Vanessa Calzacorda do up this inning for the Henley Hornets as they lead the North Valley Knights a score of 9-1 here at Henley High School. Ryan Edwards still out there in the circle for North Valley. He's given up a couple of runs, but has really stifled this Henley offense, which was rolling through the first couple of innings. Edwards has only allowed one earned run in the last 4 innings. First pitch to Belle Birch, taken outside for a ball, 1-0. Today, Birch is 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. They each came on a base hit back in the second inning. She was also hit by a pitch in the second and singled in the fourth. The 1-0. Bouncer towards the left side. That's going to be a tough play to make, and there is no play to be made as Birch beats out the infield single. 7th hit of the day for Henley, a leadoff base runner in the 6th. And here's Jillian Vickery. Vickery has reached base all 3 times today, although she's only 1 for 2. She walked in the first, doubled in 3 runs in the second, and then reached on an error in the fourth. Takes takes strike 1. As Vickery's behind here. Looking in is Edwards. Doesn't like the first option from Sharpen. Now is agreeable. The 0-1 is hit into the air. Left field down for a base hit. Could be extra bases. Round in second, headed for third is Birch. They are waving her in, and she will score all the way from first. And the Hornets lead 10-1 on the RBI double from Jillian Vickery. 4th of the day and her 2nd double. Looks like we got a new hitter into the game here for Henley. Looks like Venegas into bat. Appreciate it, Mike. All right. Batting in for Calzacorda, who is 0 for 2 today. Venegas shows bunt, pulls back, ball 1. Still nobody out, and the potential winning run in at second. On deck is Ollie Birch. Oh, they are going to say that Venegas did in fact go around, did not pull the bunt back in time as they appeal down to the base umpire, and he says the count is 0-1. And so here's the pitch to Venegas. Shows bunt again. Looks like she pulled back this time. Count even. Venegas, a sophomore. Waiting the 1-1. She shows bunt, tries to lay it down, but fouls it back. Now with 2 strikes on her, likely going to swing away. Meantime for Edwards, trying to set down Venegas. Keep that runner at second base. The outfield in for North Valley, trying to cut down that runner at second in the person of Jillian Vickery. That one's hit into the air, out of play, foul. 1-2. So we'll try again in a 1-2 count, with Vickery at second, the winning run, here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The pitch. Hit into the air in the infield. First baseman Peck makes the catch. One gone. Here's Ollie Birch. Nope, pardon me. It is Sierra Hescock. Sierra Hescock stepping in now for Birch, who was 0 for 2 today. Pitch to Hescock called a strike. 0-1. Hescock, a sophomore, getting her first look at this one. Also a new player on deck for Henley is Chloe Garrett. Here's the 0-1. Bounces to the plate. Count is even. Edwards back in the circle, looking to try to find a pitch to induce a ground out maybe for Hescock. Try to get it to the left side as well. Here's the pitch. Grounder to the left side. That's what she wanted, but advanced base running there by Vickery. She took off for third, and they'll take the short thing out at second. So winning run at third, and here is Chloe Garrett. Getting the subs in. Callie Grant exiting the game here after going 0 for 3. She did have an RBI, though. But first chance today for Chloe Garrett, the sophomore for the Hornets. Winning run, 60 feet away. The pitch. That is hit on a line to short. The out is made. We'll play the top of the 7th. The Knights trail by 9. As we come back next, the Hornets a chance to close things out on mybasin.com.
There's something special about this place. It's more than the quiet mornings and the open skies. It's more than the scenery. It's the people. Around here, people still wave when you pass by. They check in when something's wrong. They show up when it matters. At Sage Credit Union, we're proud to live and work in a region that believes in each other. A place where neighbors lend a hand, small businesses thrive, and generosity runs deep. We believe that being part of a community means giving back to it, not just with dollars, but with time, effort, and heart. That's why our employees earn paid volunteer time. That's why you'll see us at food drives, fundraisers, and the local fair. We show up for our community. This isn't just where we work. This is where we live, where we give, and where we grow. Right here, in the coffee shop, at the fundraiser, and in our local branch. At Sage Credit Union, we've found our people. We'll see you around town.
Set for the top of the 7th inning. It'll be the top of the night's order. Due up this half inning, Jordan Godfrey, Marcella Violet, and Ryan Edwards. As Riley Hollingsworth looks to toss a complete game today. Gave away the shutout in the 6th, but still a chance to hang on for a win and push the Hornets to 500 on the year with a win today. First pitch misses away, 1-0. Temperatures warmed up a bit more, 74 degrees here in the basin. It's a nice day today. Started at 68, continued to warm up. Here is the 1-0. Hit into the air, left field, foul. 1-1. Here is the 1-1 pitch. Hit back foul. Count is 1-2. Landed in one of the few empty parking spots back there. Luckily, that's about 2 spots away from my car back there. Very thankful about that one, and the count is 1-2. Hollingsworth looking for that put-away pitch. Here it is. Curveball, grounded foul. Good job by Godfrey to foul that one off. The curveball looked like it was probably a 50-50 ball coming in the upper part of the zone, but she swung late, got a piece of it, stuck around, trying to avoid 4 Ks today. Struck out in each of her 3 previous at-bats. Hollingsworth has 2 strikes on her here. She sticks around for at least another. Count remains 1-2. Bill Birch gets the sign in from the dugout. Relays it to Hollingsworth. Here's the 1-2. Hit into the air, right field, but caught by the second baseman. Vickery, 1 gone in the inning. Marcella Violet getting ready to bat now for the Knights. She's been the spiritual leader of the Knights today, no doubt about that, getting all the chants started in the dugout. But now trying to do it with the stick. She's 1 for 2 today. She grounded out in the 1st, walked in the 3rd, and singled in the 5th. 1 out in the 7th of a 10-1 ball game. Here's the pitch. Misses out, 1-0. After Marcella Violet in the order, it's Ryan Edwards. Hollingsworth looks in and delivers. Pitch finds the outside corner. Good pitch there by Hollingsworth, and the count is even, 1-1. Hollingsworth winds and kicks the 1-1, misses up. 2-1. Violet batting from the left side. Readies for the pitch from Hollingsworth. Here it comes. Sky high to left field. Moving in the left fielder on the run. A great catch from Hayden Higgins. Had to run a long way to bring that one in, but she does. Great job there. 2 outs in the 7th. The Knights down to their final out in this one. Edwards 0 for 2 today. She's hit the ball hard twice, though. After the walk in the 1st, she's flown out to center field both times. But again, good contact made. But now trying to find some green out there and extend this ball game with Abby Smithwick on deck. Here's the first pitch. In the dirt, 1-0. 1-0. Ground ball to first. Foul ball. And that'll be strike one. They called it foul, right? Yep, foul ball. Hornets thought that was game, but it was a foul ball. And so the count is even, 1-1. Edwards getting ready to settle back in. Here's the pitch, 1-1. Bouncer towards the left side. Shortstop Birch up with it. The throw on to first, not going to be in time. And an infield single for Ryan Edwards brings up Abby Smithwick. Smithwick 1 for 3 today. She singled her last time up, came around to score. The North Valley Knights' only run of the ball game so far. Here's the pitch. It is going to miss up. 1-2. 1-0 with 2 outs in the inning and a runner aboard at first. Smithwick settles back in. Hollingsworth trying to find the zone here in a 1-0 count. Here she comes. Swung on and missed. Count even. On deck is Aaliyah Peck. Birch sets up outside for the 1-1, and it's fouled off. The Knights down to their final strike of the afternoon. They've had their backs up against the wall before. Even in a 10-1 ball game, they found ways to extend it, facing mercy rules, scoring important runs when it matters most. Can they extend it even longer? In a 2-strike count at the plate, here's Abby Smithwick. Hollingsworth delivers. Strike 3, and that will do it for this one. A 10-1 final score, and the Henley Hornets victorious against the North Valley Knights. For the Hornets today, 10 runs on 8 hits. No errors for the Hornets. For the North Valley Knights, 1 run on 8 hits. They commit 3 errors. The winning pitcher in the circle today is Riley Hollingsworth. A couple of offensive notables today for Henley. A great afternoon for Leliana Segura with a solo home run in the 4th inning, contributing to a 3 RBI day. Jillian Vickery, also a great day. 4 RBIs for her today, 2 for 3 and 2 doubles. The Hornets, with this win, advance to 10-10 on the season. The North Valley Knights this year fall to 18-6. We'll next be on the air on Monday for the NAIA Softball National Tournament opening round on 104.3 and 960 Sports, with an online stream available on mybasin.com. Our next dose of prep action will be on Tuesday as the Hornets make a trip to Hidden Valley High School. Thanks for joining us on a fine Saturday afternoon in the Klamath Basin. Once again, today's final score is 10-1. Have a great rest of your Mother's Day weekend. So long, and we'll see you soon from Henley High School on mybasin.com.